Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really to throw you up.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Brittany, and I'm back with another video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that. We have another BGC topic. Y'all been going dummy with the BGC topics, okay? But today, we are talking about the lamest girls from BGC. And when I say lamest, I'm gonna describe them as the boring, the girls that just bought nothing to the season, okay? So that's what we're gonna talk about when I say lame. Like, just the girls that brought nothing to the season. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, first, I wanna start with BGC for Annie. I really do feel like if Annie didn't come to the season of BGC4, the house would have really been the same. Like, instead of Natalie picking on Annie, she just would have picked on someone else. It's like, the only thing I can think of Annie doing in the house was putting, like, when she was pranking Kate and she was putting stuff in her food, and then she let Kate punch her in the face. So it's just like, Annie was never giving bad girl to me. It's like she stood up for herself with the whole, after Natalie, with the whole you good thing. But other than that, Annie, she talked crap in confessionals and in her green screen, and it was just like, yeah, no lie, Annie, she was a boo, tomatoes, thumbs down. Like, what is she doing here? Like, y'all remember when Kate was just like, Annie was someone that, you know, was a girl where she got lost on her way to grandma's house. It's like, that's definitely what Annie was given to me. Like, it did, y'all remember the screaming O thing? She did a little cheer and whatnot. It was never giving bad girl to me. Annie always gave boring. Like, I'm sorry. Someone else from that season that I thought was pretty boring and irrelevant was Lexi, the replacement. It's like, other than her fake threesome with Annie and that old dude, it's like, yeah, what else did she do on that season? Like, I can't remember. Next, going to season 5, the only person that I thought was lame, boring, etc. on that season was Erica. Erica literally brought nothing to the season. It's like, even Danielle brought something to the season. I really do feel like season 5, even Kaylee, and I didn't even like Kaylee. Kaylee's role was just being Kristen's puppy dog. Like, and even then, like, she said some things, and you know, yeah, I feel like Kaylee, I didn't like her, but sometimes she kind of gave, you know, when they tried to diss her for being in confessionals, you know, she spoke her mind. She didn't just be there, you know, because then, you know, she was Kaylee's puppy dog, so she was doing and saying whatever Kristen said, and, you know, Kristen wasn't boring. Like, she tried to emulate Kristen, and Kristen wasn't boring. So it's like, Kaylee, she got kind of until Kristen stopped liking her, and then she left, and that was lame to me. But I really do feel like if Kaylee would have stayed in the house, then I don't really think she was boring. Like I said, I ain't like her, but I didn't think she was boring. But Erica, on the other end, I forgot she was there. It's like, when Kristen got there and Erica tried to start with her, I'm guessing that just humbled her right then and there, and she was just like, damn, maybe I should just be quiet for the rest of the season, because, yeah, it seemed like after that, she didn't do anything, she didn't say anything. She talking about she found enjoyment of Morgan talking in her face and yelling at her, and it was just like, girl, what? And then when she met her boyfriend in Jamaica, all she cared about was sleeping and laying with her boyfriend. It's like Erica saw something online that said, look, if you want a free vacation, then you need to sign up for this show here. And Erica was just like, oh, click. Like, yo, one thing I hated watching Bad Girls Club is girls that were boring, like, that did nothing. And it's not even because they didn't fight, because the girl just didn't do anything. She didn't say anything. And she just slept and yawned. And it was just like, girl, please, get this spot to someone else. So it's just like, yeah, Erica, she was, yeah, ew, I'm getting annoyed just talking about her. So, ew, next. Season for like 30 seconds. Oh, well, I guess I can't say Jade because she only stayed for like 30 seconds. And it's like when she was there, all she did was like kind of get drunk and whatnot. So it's like we really didn't know Jade because, you know, she left for 30 seconds. So I'm not going to include her. But for season 6, the lamest, most boring person, it was definitely Jennifer. It's like Jennifer, she tried. Like, she really did. And I applaud her for trying. But it's like me looking at her confessionals, her clothes, her hair, her, oh, I want to be a Playboy bunny type, her, that I just looked at it and it was just like, ew, this is Jennifer. She tried to get her little 10 minutes of fame getting buck with Wilma and whatnot, and then Wilma shut that down. It's like, Jennifer, how did you let a replacement, even though she was a replacement as well, how did you let another replacement push you out? Like, Jennifer was such a loser. She was lame. She was boring. She couldn't twerk. Like, y'all remember the whole Playboy thing when she was like, I can shake my ass. Like, it was never, Jennifer was just never giving to me. Like, and then on top of that, all she do was stay on the phone and argue with her boyfriend. It's just like, girl, you can do this back at home. Like, you did not have to bring your ass to this beautiful ass mansion in Hollywood just to argue with your boyfriend. And then 2 days later, have someone else that just came in kick you out. Season 7, we don't even have to say it. Cheyenne, like, literally, when Priscilla left, they literally could have kept the dynamic like that and it still would have been entertaining. Like, it's a lot of girls that I did not like on season 7, but every girl on that season brought something to the season besides Cheyenne. It's like when Cheyenne came, it's like, what was her storyline? Her saying that she didn't want to go to the club with black people. And y'all, honestly, no lie, unpopular opinion, I really do feel like she should have got her ass beat. Like, they should have did something. And then on top of that, would have, like, they should have did something. But yeah, wasn't that her whole storyline? Her being dirty and then her saying she didn't want to party with black people 3 nights in a row. It's like, other than that, I was just, yeah, even her coming to the reunion, they literally brushed past her. Like, I don't think she got more than 3 questions because it's just like, it's nothing else to ask this girl. Like, she didn't do anything. And then when she got kicked out, she didn't even put up any type of fight. All they did was tell her, oh girl, your bags are in your room. And she was just like, what? What? For real? Like, how did Cheyenne make it to the Bad Girls Club? Was it because she looked like a hippie and they thought that she was, like, I don't know. Cheyenne, she was lame, boring, never gave, and ill. Yeah, it's pissing me off just talking about her. And then the same thing for season 8, Christine. Was what the girls did to Christine wrong? Yes. They didn't have to whoop her ass for it, but honestly, dang, unpopular opinion, I really didn't, y'all, no lie, unpopular opinion, them putting their hands on her was wrong, but them throwing her stuff out, I really didn't have the issue with it. You know, I was kind of on hashtag Team Camila, because it was just like, girl, you brought your ass down here, stayed for 30 seconds, left, and by this time, it's season 8. You already know what the show is. I'm guessing Bad Girls Club is one of those things where it's just like you never know what it's like until you try it. But by this time, it was season 8. You knew it was going to be cameras everywhere. You knew it was going to be 7 other girls in the house. You knew it was going to be some BS. So it's just like, why even put yourself in a situation that you're not even comfortable in? Yeah, it's like, I can't even have a full opinion on Christine. And it's like, when she came to the reunion, she said something like, I would never like just girls like pick with me like that. But it's like, girl, you did. So it's just like, no lie, it kind of gave boring. Like I said, was it wrong? Yeah. But for her to even let that go down like that, it's like, it still gave boring. Because it's like, girl, what are you doing? You couldn't touch anybody. You could at least gave a little You could at least did something to somebody, girl. But instead, it was just like, she just wanted to leave. And it's like, I get it. She wanted to leave, and they should have let her leave. But yeah, no, it's still, even before she left, her camera time, it wasn't cool. Like, I just remember her asking Erica where she's from, and Erica said Atlanta, New York. But what I can say, it really didn't feel like the girls wanted to give her or Camila a chance. But I really do feel like Camila was trying to give her a chance. Amy was trying to give her a chance. So the fact that she felt hella uncomfortable talking about she missed her boyfriend, it's just like, yeah, why did you even come? Going to season 9. The lamest, most boring person on that whole season was Zulie. Like, Zulie really should have signed up to be like a crew member or something, because all she did was sit down and watch. Like, she had no dialogue. I don't remember any of her confessionals. I don't remember any look from her. And it's like her goal in there, yeah, was to go in and sleep with all the girls. But once she did that little thing in a hot tub and the girls were saying they weren't rocking with it, like, it just seemed like that just kind of blew her high and killed her mood. And then remember, she tried to put the moves on Rima, and while Andrea was flirting with Rima's dude, Ricky J. And it's just like, why did it take old girl Andrea to get your bitch? Go get your bitch if you want your bitch. Like, for real. Like, this is supposed to be Bad Girls Club. You should not have somebody else trying to do that job for you. If you're a bad girl, Zulie, and you want your girl, find a way to get your girl instead of just watching everything pop off. And then on top of that, Andrea was trying to do you a service by getting your girl, and how did you repay her? Sitting down and watching her get jumped. So yeah, Zulie was a lame. She was weird. And then we can add Natasha in there too, because she was boring too. But yeah, let's just add Natasha in there too. Yeah, Natasha, I don't even have no opinion on her, but yeah, she was boring and lame too. Like, then going to season 10, like, I know I said certain things about this specific bad girl in other videos, but to me, the most boring person on season 10 was Stephanie. And not because she didn't fight, it's just like, I know she said she came to Bad Girls Club because she had issues with being promiscuous, and it's like, that was cool, because it's like, a lot of people not real enough to admit that they a hoe. So it's like, I always respected her for that, because I know a lot of hoes that's in denial about being a hoe, like, no lie. So Stephanie, it was just like I said, like the same thing with Zulie. Like, she was just there to drink for free, be celibate, practice her celibacy and just watch some fights. Because even throughout the fights, all we hear is, let go, Zulie, Valentina, like, girl, like, at least try to break them up. And it's just like, her camera time, I can say some of her outfits were cute. I can't say that. But it's like, Stephanie, it was just like, she was just here to practice celibacy, and then she met Dre and fell in love. So it's just like, she got what she wanted for herself, but it just wasn't entertaining for me to watch as a viewer. Like, she could have been on another show. I'm pretty sure there's a show for her where other girls are practicing celibacy too, but it's just like, I get it. Then it's like her whole thing with Nancy and whatnot, and Nancy came later on in the season. So it's just like, that was literally the only camera time that she had. And it was just like, no lie, y'all, no lie, unpopular opinion, I really y'all gonna say I'm messy for this, but I don't care. Y'all remember when Stephanie and Nancy were kind of going back and forth? At a certain point, I was just like, look, Nancy should whoop Stephanie ass, like, so we can at least see what Stephanie were doing. Because remember when at the beginning of the season, Stephanie used to be like, oh, I'm ghetto, I got kicked out the clubs, and woo, girls say this about me, that about me, I love drama, and woo. So it just used to kind of confuse me. So it's just like, are you going in Bad Girls Club because you want to be celibate, or are you going on Bad Girls Club to turn up? Because the energy from confessionals just wasn't matching with the real life. So it was just like boring, weird, lame. And it's just like, it just made me not enjoy to watch her. But no lie, I did enjoy that sex scene with her and Dre. I was like, ooh, they getting down in here. And then someone else who was boring to me on season 10, no lie, it was Janae. I felt bad for her, and I feel like what they did to her was wrong. But y'all remember that scene where Valentina was in a confessional and she said all Janae does was cry? Like, no lie, I was hashtag Team Valentina on that, because it was just like anytime they showed her, she kind of was in a bad mood. It's like she tried to stir it up a little bit when they were, you know, with the whole Shannon thing, and she was trying to, and she was kind of getting out, you know, there with the girls. But yeah, Shanae, she really, like, y'all tell me, what did Shanae do besides cry? Like I said, I know she got the shit end of the stick because she was drunk. And because she was drunk, the girls kind of jumped on her because of that. And I really don't feel like them jumping on her because she was drunk was a reason to kind of like kick her out. Like, it wasn't that deep. It was like she was a sloppy drunk, but I really don't think she was causing that many problems as she was drunk. She did the same shit when she was drunk as everybody else did. They just didn't like her, you know? But yeah, Janae, she really didn't bring anything to the season either. And I really do feel like if she would have stayed, the girls would have kept picking on her. So she did the right thing by leaving, even though she got forced to leave, no lie. But yeah, anytime they showed her, she was crying, she was isolating herself. And it was just like, girl, I used to be like, girl, I thought this was Bad Girls Club. But like I said, maybe Bad Girls Club is one of those things where it's like, you never know what you're gonna do until you're put in that situation. Cause I could sit here and be like, oh, if I was Janae, I would have stood by myself and woo woo woo. But y'all know why, I probably would have been crying too. Going to season 11, no lie, it's a few girls that I thought were a little boring. And yeah, first we got white girl on the track, murking them lyrics. Whole team wanna hit, but
can't come near it.
Can't come near it. If you know, you know. Like, y'all know, like, I really feel like Tess should have stayed. I was curious to see what she was gonna bring. And then on top of that, Tess, she was not like she was PUSSY. Like, even though she stayed for 30 minutes, those 30 minutes she stayed, you know, she got into it with Sarah because she spoke her mind about something Sarah said. And then it seemed like after she got checked by Sarah, or she had her little spat with Sarah, she was just, oh wait, no, she said she left because it was no privacy. It was no privacy. So it's just like I said, it's just one of those things where it's like, you don't know how it is until you do it. But for me, it's like, I just hated when girls did that, because it's just like, yo, at this point, y'all seen the show already. So it's like, why leave? Why put yourself through rounds and rounds and rounds and rounds of auditions to get there and be like, ew, no, this isn't for me. Someone else who was boring on season 11 was definitely Stephanie. Stephanie is like, she wanted to play the safe card and be friends with the wolf pack. It did seem like she was real cool with Gigi though. It seemed like her and Gigi had their little bond or whatever, but it's just like, other than that, the only time we actually heard her speak is during the Shanae thing. And then after the Shanae thing, homegirl went ghost again. So it's just like, whenever production told her, like, girl, you better go fight Shanae because that's your only camera time, like, she made the most of that, and then afterwards she just left. Because after she fought Shanae, what was her storyline after that? Her jumping in the fight with Haley and her setting up Tiana's birthday party. But y'all, the crazy thing is, y'all remember when they went to Lake Geneva? They went to Key West. That's where they went. They went to Key West. And her and Janelle, it seemed like Stephanie and Janelle, they could have not worked together. They could have really gotten along, because when they did their challenge, like, they weren't fussing back and forth. They were it was kind of tension and annoyed with one another. But it's like, Stephanie only didn't like Janelle because the other girls didn't like Janelle. It's like, Janelle wasn't giving her any issues, any problems. It's like, she actually could have been cool with Janelle, because it seemed like they kind of had, you know, they would have been cool, but she just didn't want to lose the fact that she was with Wolfpack. She was just like, girl, I'm not trying to get jumped like your ass. So we gonna be cool for this challenge and then we gonna leave. But I just hated that, because when they were together, it just seemed like they could have meshed well. Their performance was good. It's like they kind of had good chemistry. So it's like Stephanie honestly disappointed me a lot. And then I saw a lot of behind the scenes of her being nice to Sarah. Like Sarah called out at the reunion. Sarah was getting flowers one time and nobody else wanted to bring flowers in, but Stephanie bought Sarah's flowers in and was just like, no, they don't deserve to be outside. So it's just like Stephanie was a nice person, but it seemed like she was quiet in the house because she didn't want no smoke. And it's just like, I thought when the Puerto Rican starts coming out, like Spanish girls come out, run like hell. Like, why nobody's confessionals be matching with what they do in person? Like, I don't get it. Still on season 11, someone else that was hella boring to me was Benzie. Benzie was just such a lame. It's like she was being herself when she got in, but when she saw the dynamic of the house, she was just like, oh yeah, nah, I need to be on the winning team. Because it's just like her not liking Janae because Janae told her to slow down on driving. It was just like, and because Janae freaked out because it was a spider on the table, like I'm gagged even thinking about it because it's just like, what? Benzie, like I said, when it came down to season 11, all the girls just wanted to be hashtag Tiana, Jazz, and Gigi because they knew that that's where the power was, that's where the money was, and that, well, not even money, that's just where the team was, the whole hashtag I don't want to get jumped. So all these girls that came in, they were just like, yeah, this is who we need to befriend because I'm trying to get my ass beat. And going to season 12, someone who was real boring to me, no lie, was Alex. It's like, she just should have been on America's Next Top Model. It's like, she was bad. Like, she looked good, but she wasn't a bad girl. You know, I knew Alex wasn't a bad girl when they, like, episode 1, when she said, oh, if somebody put hands on me, I got people that handle that for me. It's just like, why aren't the people that handle that for you on this show then? Because you're going to get into drama. Are you saying like when you go get into drama, you just gonna run in confessionals and talk? And that's exactly what she did. And it was just like, why are you on the show? Like, why are you wasting our time? So when Alex did get kicked out, I honestly thought it was kind of justified. No lie. Like, it did not like they beat her up, you know, they just kicked her out the house. And even when they kicked her out the house, she wasn't standing her ground. She wasn't doing anything. She just left. And it's just like, why are you on the show, girl? Like, that was just so lame. It was so boring. And yeah, it gave no personality. And then the time where she did try to give personality, it was fake. When she tried to go in on Delilah, and it was just like what they say, what did Jada say? All of a sudden, Slim's a thug. And it was just like, Slim, you're not a thug. You just a pretty model girl with daddy issues, and that's okay. They have other shows for that. Not Bad Girls Club. I'm guessing with this season, you know, they tried to do the whole life coach thing. So it's just like, okay. But I don't even think the life coach helped Alex. And that's the thing. It seemed like on season 12, the only person that benefited from the life coach was Jada. Jada's the only person that actually liked going in and working on her issues and talked to the life coach. Nobody else was effing with the life coach. Nobody's sessions actually gave with the life coach besides Jada. Cause yeah, so it's just like Alex, she was hella lame and boring to me, and I really just did not enjoy watching her. Like, I was waiting for a moment where she would say something to somebody and do something to somebody, but instead she was just, I know she couldn't wait to go in the green screen confessional because she just like, okay, now I can get my shit off. No lie, for season 12, I low-key have to add Risha in here. Even though Risha wasn't there for long, it's like even the times where she was there, it's like I really don't think if she would have came earlier that she would have said anything or done anything. It seemed like she would have made her whole personality of being Lil's cousin for some reason. And then it's like, yeah, she honestly didn't stay that long, but me personally, it's like, yeah, I feel like she would have made her whole personality being Lo's cousin. Like, sorry. Season 14, I really felt like everybody was boring except for the twins and Jayla. They were the only reason why people watched the season. And that's why when they left the season, nobody else watched it. So yeah, season 14, like I said, that whole season was just a flop. And I just hated that for them because it was supposed to be BGC back for more. And the more was not there. Like, I really did not know the more that they were referring to, what more they were trying to give us. But it seemed like BGC, it was just giving back for nothing, back for boring. That's what it was giving. Season 15, no lie. As much as I hate to admit it, as much as I really hate to admit it, that was a season where it's just like, it seemed like all the girls had personality. Oh, I will say this. Yeah, okay, let me take that back. Because Olivia, she was kind of weird. So we can add Olivia. Olivia was kind of weird. It did, you know, she added the whole, she lied about having stage whatever cancer. She didn't even come out and say, y'all, I got cancer. She said, I got stage whatever cancer. And it was just like, oh, girl, you got cancer. But in no lie, I was happy when producers told her to go in there and tell them that she never had it, because they were literally in there crying with her. And what killed me the most about that is Diamond sitting there with her crying too, when you knew that girl was lying. Like, no lie, Olivia and Diamond's storyline wasn't boring, because it was actually, no lie, to me it was entertaining. But Olivia herself was kind of boring, if y'all get what I mean. It's like, I just remember their opening thing where it's just like, we're mastermind manipulators and we're gonna use that to our advantage. And it's like, honestly, y'all, that they did, because they manipulated the hell out of the house into thinking they were sisters and everything, and then they manipulated the hell out of us to thinking that they were sisters and had cancer and all that. So it's just like, I don't know, Olivia, maybe she was on the wrong show. Homegirl should go to acting school. No lie. And for season 16, I honestly have a few girls that I think were boring on season 16. It's like, the season itself, I feel like it came together pretty well for me to be entertained, but a few of the girls kind of threw me off. Like, I thought Z, she made herself lame because she was just acting so lame. Like, I was over Z the second she came in, and no, I was over Z when she fought Bernicia because Dream and them told her to. And then her reasoning for that was, if that's what y'all want, I'm gonna give it to y'all. I was over her that moment in particular. I was just like, okay, this girl is boring because she's just gonna do whatever the other girls tell her to do. Like, if you're supposed to be the bad girl, like, I get you checking Bernicia, but you sit here talking about the reason why you checked her is because that's what you think the other girls want is crazy. Like, it would have been different. She would have been like, oh, you know, y'all said she was talking about me, so I went to check her. But for her to sit here and say that's what y'all want, y'all gonna get it, it's just like, oh, okay, follower, I see you. And then after that, at the end, she tried to play all tough. It's like Z was trying too hard to give personality, but it just didn't seem like it wasn't there. It was just like, girl, be yourself. Because we actually saw heartwarming moments from Z, you know, with her background story and everything. So it's just like, girl, relax. Like, what Bernicia say, baby, we low-key know the real you. It's not this. Like, just relax. Calm down, baby. Thank you. Someone who was more lame than Z and way less entertaining than Z, of course, was Adryan. Like, y'all, Adryan was such a lame to me that it was ridiculous. It's like I didn't have an issue that she was cool with the gang Fat Four, but it still gave follower, you know. It's like her and her confessionals, let's start some ruckus, let's see what Kaylee's working with. But it's like, you never did anything Why are you in your confessional talking like you're doing something? You didn't do anything. And then your beef that ended up making you leave was with production. And then you redeemed yourself at the reunion by starting with the host. It just gives like, damn, I really did nothing in the show and I have no storyline. Because it's like, if she would have been sitting on the couch with production and they were able to duke it out and talk their issues out, it would have been like, okay, that would have been more fitting to her storyline. But the fact that she had no storyline when it was time for the reunion, it's just like, shoot, we don't even know what to talk to this girl about. Like, what? So yeah, on the season, Ryan, she was boring, she was lame, she gave nothing, she did nothing, and it was just like, I'm happy that she made friends with the girls that she felt like she was friends with, but other than that, it was just like, I mean, but she did say that she just came on here to grow her radio thing, but it's just like, even after the show, I never heard anything about her and her website, her radio station, her vlogs or whatever, so it's just like, you literally just went on the show to sit in front of some cameras all day and at the end argue with production. Like, okay, girl. Then, oh my gosh, the replacements, Cabrina and Tiara. No lie, they were also, like, the only replacement that came in and was actually did something was Candace. And it's like, I really don't know like Stephanie just seemed like she was a good time. And that's why I'm not calling Stephanie a lame or boring, because Stephanie actually had a good time and like we saw it. But it's like Cabrina and Tiara, it's just like, they really didn't do it for me. Like, no lie, I can't remember anything. And I know at the end, like, they all had a little dinner and a slumber party, but even with that, like, it was just like, it's like the girls tried to pick on Tiara and it didn't work. And then even when they tried to do that, you know, she really didn't peep it, so she really didn't say anything about it. And it's like Cabrina, she wanted to jump on the bandwagon, and it just wasn't, it was just like, what's going on with these two replacements? Because it just, I'm sorry, they just didn't get to me. They were boring. They were boring. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. And then season 17. Literally the only person that I thought was boring in season 17 was Fran. It seemed like Fran, she came to Bad Girls Club to have fun, but it's like, I really do feel like she should have went to college or something, you know, like hype man school, you know. Like, it's like her scenes wasn't like, okay, like, I'm curious to see her journey, or it's like, it's just the fact that I thought she was boring and I didn't like her. It's like she had issues speaking up for herself, standing up for herself, and it was just kind of annoying for me to watch. Cause bro, y'all, it was nothing that annoyed me more. Like, y'all, I really don't know why this part bothers me, but, well, I do know why. It's just, I remember after I forgot who she got into a fight with, but she's sitting here and she telling Seven, yeah, and I stood up for myself and I did it all by myself. It's just like, girl, that's what you're supposed to do. You're a grown person. If somebody step on your shoes, you're not supposed to hide yourself. Like, hey, you stepped on my shoes, you know, even if it don't turn into nothing physical. Hey, you stepped on my shoes, don't disrespect me, you know. But, you know, it just seemed like she had, like I said, oh girl, she just needed to be somewhere else. She didn't need to be on Bad Girls Club to promote her hype man school. Like, she could have went somewhere else to college or something, started her a club, and then at college she could have learned how to defend herself, you know, verbally. So it's just like, Fran, she was on the wrong show, and I hated watching her. Like, no lie, it was always annoying. I really hope I'm not missing anyone, but right now my list, it should be the most lamest / boring girls that me personally I see on BGC. Annie, Lexi, Erica BGC 5, Jennifer, Cheyenne, Christine, Zulie, Natasha, Stephanie BGC 10, as well as Stephanie BGC 11, Janae, Tess, even though Tess was only in there for like 30 seconds, you know, so if I should probably take Tess out because she wasn't there that long, but still, Benzie, Raisha, Alex, the whole cast of season 14 besides Jayla and the twins, season 15, Olivia, you know, because she was on some weird stuff, Z, Adryan, Tiara, and Cabrina, and then Fran. I really hope I'm not missing anyone, but those specific girls just pop out because they were just boring, lame. They didn't do anything to the season. And I really do feel like with each of these girls, if they weren't on their season, the dynamic would have been exactly the same. Like, for example, let me just throw something out. For example, BGC 8. If Erica weren't there, the whole season would have been different. It would have been different. But her being there, you know, she was just there. But BGC 8, if Christine wasn't there, it would have been the same thing. If y'all get what I mean. BGC 9, if Zulie never showed up, yeah, it would have been the same. Julie would have been on her BS. But if Julie weren't there, even though she was a villain and she was somebody we didn't like, she brought something to the season. All of our villains, all the people that most of the people that we don't like on BGC, we can talk crap about them, but in certain aspects, they brought something to the season. These girls that I just named, they didn't bring nothing to the season. They did not change any dynamic. They did not speak up for themselves. They did not fight. They didn't do shit. And like I said, I'm not the type of person to be like, you have to be to be a bad girl, you have to fight. Like, you don't have to physically fight, but at least respect yourself enough to not let other people disrespect you. At least not be boring. At least look cute. At least do something to where when people look at you, they're just like, I want to know what this girl's doing. But these girls, I really did not. I could have cared less about their storyline. So, yeah, y'all. Those who I think are the most lamest, boring-est girls of BGC, y'all keep going dummy with the topics. So y'all tell me y'all boring, lamest girls of the season, as well as keep sending me more topics as y'all just keep going dummy with the topics. And until I come back, just make sure that y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, all that.